Hey there. So, this is a light fixture I found for $5 at the local dollar store. And I am presenting it to you because I came up with a little project with it. So, as you can see here, it is a 3-light fixture. Probably meant to be hung this way, but I'm probably going to hang it this way with covers over it at some point. I kind of like that look, but anyway, it'll be going over my desk. But as you can see, all 3 lights have completely separated wires, which would make it entirely possible for you to just wire them all together. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire them individually into this ceiling fan switch, which I also got at the local dollar store for $4. And I'm going to make it where I can change which light bulb is on at any given time. Now, to explain this a little bit, the way a pull cord ceiling fan switch works is there are 3 inputs, one for a low power, one for a medium power, and one for a high power, and then there is one output. So you put in which amount of power you want, and the switch changes which one of these inputs is being fed through the output. But the fun thing about just general mechanical electrical devices is that power will flow in whichever direction you send it. It does not care which one is labeled in or out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the power in to the out, and then I'm going to put the power out for each individual light bulb into each one of these power ins. So when I click the switch, it'll switch the output to a different light bulb. What I have here, what I'm going to be using to supply power to this, come on. What I have here is the end of an extension cord that a dog chewed to pieces. So I have roughly stripped it back here into just the 2 wires that I will need to power a simple light fixture. So the way that we're going to do this is I'm going to take one of these nice chunky blade connectors. I love these. I also got these at the dollar store for like $1 because my local dollar store is weird and amazing. And I am essentially just going to group up all of these black wires. I'm recording this with the face cam of my phone, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing, because I cannot. Okay, so I'm going to group all of these together, and I'm going to feed them... Oh, come on, stay together. I'm going to feed them into one side of this blade connector. Make sure they're nice and seated in there. Then I'm going to take this black wire from the extension cord and feed it into the other side. The other side, you doofus. Okay. And then you just fold her over and crush her down. Helps if you have some, yeah, those things. Nice and squooshed through. And that will hold a pretty good connection. Yeah, okay. Now that that's properly latched down, all we have to do is what I said about the ceiling fan switch. Okay, so the way you have to connect into one of these little ceiling fan switches is the wires go in these little holes in the top, and they come out the side here. And inside that side piece is a springy little piece of metal, which is the connector. And all you got to do is kind of stick something in there and push it out of the way. I've been using a thumbtack here. It kind of holds it just out of the way enough to take your wire, which in this case it will be the white wire from the extension cord, because this is the out, so it's where I'm putting the in, as explained before. So yeah, you just get that fed in there and get it going through good. Kind of twist it in there a little bit, and there went my thumbtack. Fantastic! I'll be here all week. Anyway, so I got that in there, and I pull out the thumbtack. And something important to keep in mind is that that little flexy piece of metal is the only thing holding that in there, and it's not very strong. So do recommend kind of wrapping that around there like that to keep a good hold on it. And I also feel like this is a really good time to say that I don't actually recommend anything. I am not an electrician, and this is not a tutorial. I am just an individual doing some silly DIY projects with some cool stuff that I found at a weird dollar store. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other wires connected. My back is killing me. Oh, my thumbtack again! And there we go. Okay, so there's that. We have to be very careful with it because it is very easy to pull the wires out of this. And to see what I already originally did in the first place, when I originally installed it the right way around, and as I said before, I want to install it upside down on purpose, but I drilled a hole in the bottom of this plate here, and I double back taped the switch to the back of this plate and fed the chain down through the hole. It was actually quite nice. So I'm just gonna change the thumbtacks, go away. I'm just gonna change the side that's on, drill a new hole, which I probably should have done before I did all this wiring. I'm gonna have to like tie this in a knot or something to keep these wires from coming out, because I will have to go take a 15-minute break if any of them come out and I have to put them back in. Alrighty, so I've got this cute little drill bit that I found in my toolbox, and I'm going to use it to make a pilot hole. Then I have this extra cute, adorable little drill that I found in the garage that we're going to use to open up the hole. Oh, fuck. All right. Got metal shavings all over Kokomi. Okay, so we have a not perfect, but serviceable little hole there. So what we will do next is flip this back over here carefully. Take a piece of this dollar store double back foam tape, ooey gooey wannabe 3M strips. Stick that on there. Don't, never ever wipe off a surface or blow it off or dust it off before you put a adhesive on it. It will be just, it gives it grit. It gives it something to hold on to. Right? Yeah. No. I forgot I've got to unwrap this. Alright, got that unwrapped. Now what we will do is feed the chain through our gnarly little hole. Little bleeding hazard. Go. Alright, we get that through there. Line up the output of it. Just stick it to the tape. And now we have our switch through. And now I'm going to do a completely professional wire management job real quick. Just watch me do a little magic trick here. Okay, so I ended up doing a little bit of something off camera here. I ended up actually unwiring the power line so that I could drill an extra hole down here at the end on the corner, all cutesy like. I just got a metal burr in my finger. Okay, got it out, I'm good. Anyway, it beautifully fits this. It's like the exact size for this extension cord, so it goes in there very beautifully. So I just need to reconnect this, and I think that will really clean the whole thing up. And then because I could not get this undone, I reluctantly had to cut it out. So we're just going to reconnect it. Luckily, you do not really have to strip wires for blade connector. That's what the blade is for. Alright, that's all together. Now we do the wire management. Ta-da! It'll do, and you'll see why here in a minute. So if you look up here at the top of my little studio wall area, I've got the mounting bracket. That's what that is. It's already mounted on the wall here, kind of jankily as I could manage. But the thing goes over it. All the wires are kind of covered by this. Thing goes over it, and you just put screws through these 4 holes, and that's what holds it on. So I will go ahead and do that and show you the put up product.
What are you doing up here, little shit? Tucker.
Why do we only have one light? Want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. Okay, so it turns out my poor, sad little dollar store blade connector failed to pierce through more than 2 wires, so it only managed to connect 1 negative wire to the negative for the extension cord. So I replaced it with this much nicer crimp connector, and I crimped down with a pair of pliers, and we're gonna go ahead and test it now before I put it up, dumbass. Okay. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? Light number 1, light number 2, light number 3. Works perfectly. Alright, and I will see you when it's up on the wall. Okay, and finally, here we are with success. When I pull this cord, one light bulb comes on after the other, and off. I'm very happy with this. I do want to get covers for it at some point. I'm not sure if I'm just going to like put a bunch of different colors in it or different tones of light bulbs. It's just kind of a fun thing to be able to do and have over my desk. Could be like a fun way to play red light and green light in real life. You could just have an actual stoplight colors and just be like green light, red light. Anyway, thanks for watching.